Coming at you live. Welcome back. Ep 14 of the Imperfect Professionals Podcast. All the usual segments will be happening tonight. We've got in 60 seconds. It's my turn to answer the questions. So Sportsnut will be asking me the questions. So rather, I'll be answering them. We've got Bring It Backers at Whack, where we rank some jumpers. In the chat, let me get chat up. So in the chat, just write some jumpers for next week. But we've got some for this ep. And then we will also be doing Best of the Week, which is hosted by the man that's sitting next to me, Sportsnut. Welcome to another ep 14. Ep 14.
I was on mute there. I was talking along and I didn't realise I was on mute. G'day, how are we?
Oh, yep. Well, g'day. Welcome. Ep 14. It is now.
Yeah, flying through. I didn't think we'd make it this far, honestly.
We're coming at you a little bit later, which was planned. It was scheduled for originally 7:20, I believe. We put it back to 7:20.
7:50.
Put it forward. Yep. And then I put it to 7:25, and then we kicked off about 7:30, just before 8, depends where you are. But as I said, you are the best of the week man that does the segment. We might as well do it straight away. This is Best of the Week.
Now, we'll start with Mark of the Week. There was a few good marks this week.
Yeah.
There was few good marks this week, obviously. Cameron Durhal for North wins that. Goal of the week, I'll give to Nathan O'Driscoll for Freo. He loves them tight angles on the pocket, and he kicked a great goal.
So that is Best of the Week, brought to you by Sportsnut. He's gone with O'Driscoll, Nathan O'Driscoll, is it? For goal of the week, and he's gone with the big superstar from North Melbourne, Cam Durhal.
Another one, upset of the week, Gold Coast beating Sydney. Unbelievable.
They did it last year, and they've done it before. Yeah. They've got a record at the SCG.
Yeah, I tipped them to do it last year as well.
You did? Not this year?
No.
Yeah, I don't think many tip the Suns, but yeah, they should just make the SCG their home ground. I mean, they play pretty well there.
They've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah,
the Swans got the Dons next week too.
Well, just finish Best of the Week. We'll crack on to footy talk of how the results played out. Friday night, we obviously saw Port Adelaide beating the Bullies. Friday night footy. Well, 3-5 now, and we got North and Essendon, then the bye. So it's okay. It's okay for a Port fan. Now Port and Bulldogs. It's at Adelaide Oval, I believe. North is in Tassie.
I reckon. Yeah,
North is in Tassie.
North Tassie's a danger matchup, but they're just not getting anything right. They beat them.
Well, there's a difference in the competition. I think there's a difference in the competition between North, West Coast, and Melbourne. Apart from that, 15 sides, they're pretty even. I would say you could throw Essendon in there. I wouldn't, because Essendon, they beat your team, the Hawks, which we'll get to. So I reckon those 3 teams, or definitely West Coast and Melbourne at the moment, but I'd almost chuck North in there as well. Because they're not going too well. And obviously West Coast is the subject of this ep. The Eagles, they're not going too well. 75-point loss at the Gabba. Everyone thought it was going to be 100, so they did okay.
Yeah.
They lose by 75.
75 points on paper looks terrible, but it actually wasn't a bad effort. I know it's 75 points, but they were $30 coming in.
Well, if you want to hear a joke, everybody, they're versing Melbourne next week. So
let's say the Eagles won against the Lions. What do you reckon would have happened?
I don't know. I don't know. But yes, West Coast are versing Melbourne. I know it was a funny joke from me. Lenses just spat out his water. But no, seriously, it is West Coast and Melbourne. If West Coast get up,
I know it's
then,
an Optus, but like
I mean,
the D's first time
it's at
playing there
Optus.
since they won the grand
At
final.
Optus, even though they lost by 109 against Richmond there. West Coast have not got the Optus home ground advantage anymore. That's not a fortress for them
That's
at all.
Freo's.
Yeah, Freo. How good are Freo doing? They were top at one point after Saturday because they had a better percentage than the D's, but the D's had a game in hand.
But they've just got a great game plan.
Yeah, so they beat the Roos pretty comfortably.
Yeah, but
saw the Tigers and the Pies. I stupidly tipped the Pies. I was going for the Tigers, sort of. I mean, I sort of wasn't. I wasn't really going for a team in this game. I was just going for a good game of footy, but I sort of wanted the Pies to get up for me tip. But in the back of my head, I was like, Richmond do look good with Tom Lynch, Jack Rewalt, who didn't do that good in the first half because Tom Lynch kicked 5 goals, but he made his way into the game. Morris, what's his name? Morris Rioli or someone? A couple of run-down tackles were brilliant. Shea Bolton in and around there. And obviously Dusty Martin kicked a couple of goals, 25, 26 disposals. Richmond look okay when they do good, but they're just not consistent. They win one week, they lose the next. I heard a stat, forget who said it, was something on Fox Footy, but that was the first time Richmond have won back-to-back games this season. Jeez. So that just shows how unpredictable the Tigers are. Who else? So Geelong, they were just too good for the Giants. I thought the Giants and Essendon, like a couple of weeks ago, I thought, they made the 8 last year. They'll eventually come good. Bit of a bad start. Looking at it now, I'm not so sure. I'd say the Giants are a little better than the Bombers, but 4 goals, 11 the Giants kicked, just looking at it here. Not great stuff there. Essendon and the Hawks, we touched on it briefly. Obviously, from a Hawks fan, good first 3 quarters. You were dominating, and then it was just a 4th quarter blitz for the Bombers.
Yeah. Well, I know they had 5 outs, but I reckon we got them the wrong week. Like, they changed their game plan. They actually looked really good in that last quarter. But
they did. How many goals did they kick?
I don't know if that's just the Swans and the Bombers being really good or not. Because I reckon we usually start really well. But, like, even in that Geelong game, we finished really well. Like, but I don't know. But if we're already running out of legs late in games in round, 7? Or it's 8 this week, I think. Like, imagine how we're going to be at the end of the season in round, 17, 18.
Sunday's games, we had the D's and the Saints. D's, I didn't catch this game, but I looked at the scores at halftime, and it was pretty much over at halftime. And they just made their way to another pretty big victory.
You're not coming back against the
That's
You're
just
not coming back.
Nah, with that lead, I forget what the number was, but it was a pretty substantial lead, and they definitely weren't coming back. 44-9, I saw at one stage.
It was 56-9 at one stage.
That's just crazy. It's actually 9 round this week, Shannon. Yes, it is. We'll be previewing a couple of our best games of the round in a moment. We'll just quickly touch on the Blues and the Crows. Yeah, look, the Blues, 2 good wins. I know they didn't play great sides in North and Adelaide, but to be a good team, you just have to knock off those games of footy, and credit to the Blues. They've done that, and now they're 4th. They're in the top 4, the Blue Baggers. Get up and about. We'll move on to round 9. Friday night, who do we have? The Pies and the Dogs.
Yeah, that's a big game.
Would you say the Pies are favourites in this one, or well, the Bulldogs are 3 and 5, which is the same as Port.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm tempted to tip the Pies, but I tipped them last week, so I might tip the Dogs, but we'll have to see. I'm not completely sure on that one. What is a good game of footy? We got the Saints and the Cats. I reckon that'd be a good game.
The
4:30
Saints
on a
don't win
Saturday
that. I
arvo.
don't reckon they can make top four. That almost could decide top four, them two sides.
A lot of people think the Saints have dropped off. They've gone to, in terms of the ladder, then yes, they have. They've gone to seventh. I don't think they've done a lot wrong. They played that poor match. They should have won, but it was in Cairns, and that was a 50-50. If they win that game of footy, everyone's like, yeah, the Saints, they're like Fremantle standard, whereas now, not so much. Even before that Melbourne game, and, well, look, Melbourne are the premiers. I don't want to give too many excuses out, but I still think the Saints will be thereabouts. And I think, yeah, the Cats will win this game, and that will not be good for the Saints at all. But I think that'll be arguably game of the round. Who else do we have? Giants and the Blues. Blues should win that one. And West Coast and Melbourne. That'll be.
I might tip the Giants.
Do you reckon? What about West Coast and Melbourne? That's almost game of the round. There.
What is?
Eagles and the Demons.
Imagine that's like a 1-point thriller.
5:30 on a Sunday arvo.
Melbourne losing it like by 78 at halftime.
Oh, that would be that's just not going to happen. So there is a couple of
they just come back as all the Eagles players. Imagine that. Eagles play.
So West Coast have a chance here, guys. Max Scorn is in doubt to play. That does not mean anything. But yeah, I've heard they're not so sure, but they could almost just rest him and Petrarca and Oliver and Fritsch and everybody and Pickett, and they'd be okay and win it by 102 anyway. But I don't think they will win it by 102, to be honest.
Yeah.
I reckon it will just I feel like there's other teams like a Geelong that are better at thrashing teams. I think Demons are just better at winning than thrashing a team.
They'll just take the foot off the pedal and just get it done by 70.
In saying that, they obliterated the Cats in the prelim and the Dogs in the end in the final.
Imagine how it's going to be in the third quarter.
But no, I reckon it'll be 50-80.
Yeah.
They could get it done by 100, get a bit of percentage.
They could get it done by.
They could try their absolute hardest and just get percentage.
The Demons have got the best backline in the comp at the moment, arguably.
Are the Eagles going to score?
West Coast forward line's not great. Obviously, they've got Darling and Kennedy, but Ryan Rioli. But
West Coast going to score?
Will West Coast score a goal?
It was 0-56 against the Swans at Optus earlier in the season. They've got a better defence than Sydney, you'd say, or a team defence.
Can we just take a moment? How did they beat Collingwood?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should be. I don't think, I don't know. Well, are they going to win another game? They might win one or two.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think at the moment they will.
I don't know.
Do
they have
how have they beat the Pies in Melbourne as well?
Yeah, I know.
And the Pies aren't the worst team in the competition. They're definitely challenging for the 8 this season.
I genuinely reckon West Coast played very well that game. I don't know how. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Melbourne to beat West Coast by 94. That's my tip in my video. So just goes probably by about 50 to 80 points. But I reckon they could, as I said, just go absolutely as hard as they can and get that percentage. Because at the moment, the Dockers have got a better percentage.
If Eagles are in the game at halftime, they'll just go bang in the third quarter.
Yeah. I reckon we'll move on to the next segment, and that is in 60 seconds.
Yep.
So I have 60 seconds to answer all these 12 questions that Sportsnut is going to ask me. I'll start the timer in a moment's time. Same questions as the previous weeks. We'll work out something for next week if we're going to do this segment and what we're going to do for it. But IJM did it firstly, and then Sportsnutter did it. Now it is my turn. Obviously, IJM did it when he was on for EP 12, I believe it was. EP 11, EP 12, one of them as a special guest. Anyway, Well, 60 seconds starts now.
Favourite sport?
Cricket.
Favourite sports person?
Robbie Gray.
Second favourite AFL team?
Carlton.
Least
Footy club.
favourite AFL team?
West Coast or Geelong? West Coast, I'll say.
Favourite cricketer?
Matty Wade.
Drink?
I don't know, Mountain Dew.
Song?
Song. I Was Made for Loving You. Maybe.
Movie?
Don't watch many movies. School of Rock. Say.
I know. Chocolate?
Chocolate. Crunchy.
Favourite book?
Favourite book. Specky McGee. I don't know.
Favourite band?
Favourite band. Maybe Kiss or AC/DC.
And then favourite podcast?
The one and only Imperfect Professionals Podcast. Man, you said it.
Yeah.
Watch AM said the great cricketer, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, that is in 60 seconds. It is, but come on, if you're on the show, you got to say Imperfect Professionals.
Now it's time to bring it back.
Yeah, it's time for what?
Bring it back. I mean,
what's it called? What do I usually lead into the stingers?
Bring it back, or is it?
All right. Well, now you're saying, okay, well, let's go. Roll the stinger. No, it is a great podcast, isn't it? Isn't it? I am. Anyway, we're gonna get into Bring It Back, or is it Whack, where we rank some Guernseys. Just quickly for next week, or whenever we do in 60 seconds next, we'll work out something else. Unless you guys in chat want to hop on for maybe a segment in the show. Maybe you guys can hop on and we can ask you some questions for in 60 seconds, those questions, or maybe some new ones. If you don't want to be on the live stream, we can pre-record it and I can chuck it in the app. Up to you guys, but let me know in chat if you'd be down for something like that. But we're going to get on to Bring It Back, or is it Whack? Remember, chuck through some Guernseys or suggestions for next week, but these are the ones we have this week. Firstly, the St Kilda yellow jumper. Now, I like this jumper. It's a great jumper design, except the colours.
Controversial. I reckon the yellow's good. I reckon it looks good.
Oh, no. Well, get it off the podcast.
Well, what other colour are you having it?
Well, you're having it red. You're having it red, and it's a great Guernsey, and I think they have done a red Guernsey of this. But, like, yellow, like, get him off the pod. What's he saying here? Lenta, bring it back. Lenta's saying bring it back.
Yeah, I'm
bring
saying
it back,
bring it back.
But with red, not yellow.
I'm saying bring it
surely
back.
someone in chat is with me that the yellow does not. Surely at least that Carlton yellow was not very good. Or are you saying that's good as well?
Yeah, I can bring it back.
Just cause it's giving it a whack. Shannon says, Shannon Humphreys, do Adelaide Gold Coast Suns and Melbourne Demons Guernsey? What, just their home game? It has to be an old Guernsey. So just some Guernseys from those teams. The yellow pings. Says, there's that cricket. Yeah, I don't know. The design's good. This one, now I'm a big fan of it.
I'm not.
No, I'm not really. Like the thin stripes, come on. But like, I don't mind the concept.
You're not bringing that back in.
No, you're not. But like, I don't mind the concept. But it doesn't look the best.
I mean, with all the brands and logos on that jumper, it'd be deep. It'd be alright if they bring in.
What have I said? I'm saying a whack, but like the idea's okay.
Yeah, a Greenland. It's a bit up and down.
A bit up and
I
down.
reckon it's definitely a whack.
Do you reckon? Move on to the last jumper, and that is the Bouncing Kangaroo, arguably one of the best Guernseys ever. What are people in chat saying? But
I
first
reckon
and
this is
foremost,
bring
what
it
is...
back.
Yeah, definitely. As an away?
Yeah, maybe as a clash. I don't know. It's good.
As a home? Is it better than... I mean, home's traditional, but, like...
Yeah, I wouldn't say as a
bad as...
home, but it's definitely bring it back.
I'd say it's a home, but, like, I'm just saying they wouldn't do that
Yeah,
because
I know, but I mean, how's that
the
cricket
iconic...
they have?
They've brought this back. They have, but not
Yeah, but it's
this
not.
year.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But they have brought this back in the past. Puma has brought it back. Yeah, but not like nowadays, have they? They've made some other Clash Guernsey with a. Have you seen that? They
No.
had it against the Dockers. Clash North Melbourne Guernsey. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
So what are we saying? Bring it back. I say whack, but yep. So we're saying whack and bring it back. Alright, that is it for bring it back or is it whack? So has anyone said about the in 60 seconds? If anyone wants to hop on, because if you do, just write something in chat, and we can organise something like that. Never mind, Canterbury brought it back, and Puma have gone down another route. Rightio. Information jumper man is the big hairs at cricket, aka IJM, who was the first man that did in 60 seconds. Lenza says I'll hop on if I'm available. Lol. Well, yeah, you can even pre-record it throughout the week, and then we can just chuck it up. I think that'll be easier. So I reckon we'll do that if anyone's interested. We'll just pre-record it during the week. And I like these questions because they make you think. Like some you might not have an opinion on, depending on what you like. But I don't mind it. So what did I say? Sport, I said cricket. Cricket and AFL are my two. I might do like a third sport because most people would be cricket and AFL. So my third would either be tennis or soccer.
Mine's basketball.
Basketball at number 3. Is basketball better than a bit of soccer? I mean, it depends. Is it watching or playing? Because a bit of school soccer is not too bad, but in terms of watching,
that's not bad. But watching soccer, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say, Well, I'd say tennis or soccer for number 3. I don't mind a bit of tennis, definitely not. Sports person, great. Cricketer, I've got Wade is my favourite. Probably a lot of you might know that from before. A couple I didn't really know, like drink. I went with Mountain Dew. It's not a bad drink, is it? A bit of Mountain Dew.
I went with Coke, I think.
Yeah, well, Coke probably there as well. Yeah, well, water. No, I don't know. Something.
Milo. After Milo.
Milo. Oh, should have said that actually. Anyway, forgot about Milo. Chocolate said crunchy. I think. What do you say? I know IJM said crunchy.
Yeah.
Shannon and Graz 12 wants to hop on. So does Lenza. We'll organise that. Some of you, not all of you, just some of you. We might. Considerations. Booker said Specky McGee. I mean, if you've read it, Specky McGee, it's iconic. One of the authors is Gary Lyon. And then podcast, obviously, the Imperfect Professionals as well. But, we won't. Yeah, we'll have to see how many people are interested. We'll go from there. But that is it for EP 14. Actually, just before we head off, we'll quickly digest into some cricket. Obviously, we've got the IPL on at the moment. Specky McGee, love. Obviously, we've got the IPL on at the moment, and we've got a bit of county cricket. Marnus Labuschagne is
Coley gone for a golden.
Yeah.
3 times in the tournament.
Yeah, that's it. 3 golden ducks in the tournament.
Decent tournament.
his form at the moment is just no good. But
Terrible.
great cricketer, but not in the best of form. Marnus Labuschagne's doing pretty good in the county game as well as Tassie Tigers. They've brought in Billy Stanlake as he wants to be an Australian cricketer. I mean, Billy Stanlake, he was just an Adelaide Strikers bowler for about 5 seasons ago, or probably less than that, but that's how I remember him. And he played a bit of T20s for Australia as well, and then he sort of just disappeared. So can he make his return? I reckon he'll get games at Tassie. Where was he before?
Really good, didn't
he? Yeah, he wasn't too bad. He's the tall figure as well. That's just your cricket info. But we'll probably stick to footy a little bit more since it's footy season at the moment. But, got a bit of IPL, which I'll watch occasionally.
Okay. I just watch the highlights sometimes because I'm not watching.
Yeah, because it's not on the best of time zones.
Yeah.
Is it? So I just watch the highlights, chuck it up on YouTube. Put by 63 this week, just because it's a confident man. This week, these by 95. Didn't you say 94?
Yeah, North.
Maybe. Playing the Roos.
Yeah, him and Lehman sort of disappeared. Yeah.
Do you mean Jake Lehman?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, he played. He was a top-up player for. Which team did he in the Big Bash? The Heat. But he wasn't actually an okay cricketer. He looks the exact same. But I actually rated him at the Strikers. He went to the Heat and he's just not getting the game time. But him and Lehman, you're spot on there. You're spot on there. North by 11. Don't say that. That's just a dry end.
Yeah,
he came back to the Heat and smashed them. Yeah, and he's probably never going to play again in the Big Bash. Probably might.
Have a good one, lads.
Have a good one, guys.
Tim David. He couldn't get a game, and now he's smashing them.
He couldn't get a game. He was doing very good in the PSL, and then that's how he got in the IPL with some big money. Then he couldn't get a game, and now he's in and smashing them. So, Tim David, the man with 2 first names.
Yeah.
He's okay. He's a big hitter. Actually, I changed North by 84 this Lenta. We're just going to end on that note. See you next week.
Have a good one.